Hey, welcome back. Just doing a quick comparison review of the latest earbuds out in the market. This is the SoundLiberty 92 by Taotronics, and this is the Onyx Ace by Tronsmart. Their specs are very similar. So they both have 13 millimeter diameter speakers, and it will change the way in terms of volume and power of the bass. And when you have a bigger diameter of a speaker, you'll need a bigger amplifier to drive it, and then to do that takes more electricity. You'll need bigger batteries, and so basically you're just able to compact both of these into the same size package. Let's just talk about their sound quality. Their sound signature is very similar. They're flat across. It's very much like the AirPod Pros. So this is a visual of what sound signature means or looks like. So to create this graph, which is volume by frequency, they actually play frequencies across from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, and they just measure the volume that comes out of these headphones. So they had the sample of Taotronics 79 and then the Apple AirPods here. And you could see that this is very flat for the Taotronics, the darker one. And AirPods actually have a very, has a lower volume for this bass, meaning like you can't hear the bass compared to the rest. And then only until high bass is where you could start hearing things. So if, a song had a very low boom, you wouldn't be able to hear that from the AirPods, but you would be able to hear it from the Taotronics. So let me just fast forward in time and show you AirPod Pros. And you see this is flatter. And when they were saying that the SoundLiberty 79 were very good headphones and they sound very similar to AirPods Pros, this is the visual evidence of it. So I'm bringing this up because the 92s sound just like the 79s as well. Main difference is that the volume on these is a level higher. When it comes to bass, both of them can give a punch, and the highs are clear, the mids are clear. It's relative. It's just basically what you expect from a flat signature. The flatter it is, the less color, and so you could adjust it yourself. You could play with the equalizer. Let's talk about comfort, which I think is relatively important. But you have smaller ear holes. You might actually consider these, because if you look at it, this is actually quite sharp. And if you look at the edge compared to this edge, felt this was a bit sharp against her ear hole or against her ear. This is curvier, it's smoother. And I asked her to wiggle it around and see if there's any difference, but she said it's still the same effect. These are also slightly heavier as well, because it's just bigger overall, and it's thicker. You see, this is thin, and this is probably where they need the space to hold the extra battery. Their battery life is the same, and hence maybe this has a bigger amplifier and hence need a bigger battery. And this is why the volume of this is a notch higher. That's my guess. So to test the call quality, I'm going to record my voice using the headphones, and I will play some cafe noise in the background that is very much like this. Testing with the Tronsmart sound recorder, I'm going to turn on the cafe noise. This is roughly the volume that I hear in the cafe. The most important thing is, can you hear my voice over the other voices? This is testing with the Taotronics SoundLiberty 92. I'm going to turn on the cafe noise right now. This is at the same volume as before with the Tronsmart. Here are the controls of the headphones. They're relatively the same. It's just a series of tapping patterns and holding onto the earphones. What I want to let you know is that you see how it's got a defined border of where the touch controls are. And you could actually hold these quite well without touching this. And so you could fit this in your ear quite precisely rather than holding onto the legs to put it in. So I prefer because when you grab it, you grab it like this, and then you fit it into your ear, right? Which works very well. And you're not touching the controls. Whereas this, when you grab it, you have to hold it like this, and my fat fingers already start touching the chrome bit, and it affects it. I have to grab it like this, take it out, and then grab it by the legs, and then I fit it in. Because otherwise I'll be start touching this, I'm adjusting the volume or skipping tracks. It's just annoying. Also note that whenever you touch this, it gives you this feedback click, like a little feedback that it recognizes the touch so that you know it's been registered. If you touch something here, you wouldn't know, and you just basically hear the volume change or you hear the next track change, so you know it's registered. So I'm going to do a straight up lip sync test by playing a YouTube video and having a mic placed next to these earphones.
Impact, and to me, the entire video was a lot like trying to scratch an itch with a feather. Standing impact, and to me, the entire video was a lot like trying to scratch an itch with a feather.
So, if I were to choose one, I would pick these, mainly because they're louder. Sometimes I need that extra bit when I'm in a noisy area. But if it's too noisy, I would go for, another type of earbuds that are like this, for example. So these type of earbuds. That's when, if I were to go into like noisy traffic. Then again, if I block out noise, it's quite dangerous for me if I were to go running. So I prefer these when I run. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this preview. If you have any questions, leave me in the comment box below. If you'd like to see more of these reviews, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.